What's going on, everybody? What we got today? Critical damage, Yan, Ruslan, Kraken, Blitz, Dark-Minded, Tusk, Eddie, Resistance, Moxies, Terminator, Gimme Bird, ZVZ. Gosh, a bunch of folks here already. Resistance, Samu, Blitz. Oop, don't want to say that too loud. Ryan Moore, what's up, what's up? What y'all up to today? Kraken, how you doing? Looking for some reroll tokens today. I wanted to get my proton beams dialed in, and this is where I'm at. And as you see, I need to reroll that controller servo before I go up to Chaos 8. Now, let me show you all a valuable lesson on ultimate early morning derpage. Don't do this stuff when you first wake up in the morning, because let me show you what happens. I decided I was going to upgrade my Fisher relic, my Anti-Frost Fisher relic, to Chaos 7, and I was spam clicking it, and I spam clicked past and wasted a Chaos 8 amp. Not only wasted a Chaos 8 amp, but now to re-roll these things to 10 out of 10s, it's going to cost more. So I had the super derp going on here this morning. Don't upgrade your gear when you first wake up. The lesson of the day, right there. Man, I'm still just pissed about that. The wasting of the Chaos 8 amp doesn't bother me near as much than the re-rolls do. I mean, basically this relic is going to be unused now, because I'm just going to put it on someone else or have it as like a test relic or whatever. Very disappointing. I went and derped that up. Very disappointing. Anyway, want to get those reroll tokens, so of course to get the reroll tokens we got to do either Onslaught or Drakenfrost maps. So we've been doing too much of the keep lately. We can go on either one of them. So let's start off in the resort, just because, you know. Let's see, we'll go public. We'll call it Juice Live, and here we go. Probably because I borrowed it, Tusk, I would guess. I don't necessarily keep all of my heroes decked out that are just going to sit in deck. Well, actually, that Lavamancer was a builder, so, I mean, he's only holding shards. I don't DPS on the Lavamancer. Anti-mods are the best for the Flame Aura. Ideally, if you'd want to go defense rate, but remember, this isn't a game of bests. There's a lot of different ways you can play. I suggest everyone play how they want to play. It's not about this is best, that is best. Let's see, what do we want to add in over here? Well, I mean, Fire Ramsters would be the natural choice, right? For this map, anyway. Let's just get one Fire Ram in there. What 4 heroes do I suggest? Use whatever heroes you like the best, but I mean, the original 4 work great. You know? You know, did I make it public? Yeah, I made it public. Nobody joining me today, I guess. It's alright. I'll get them tokens all by myself if I need to. Sick. First, we got lots of... This was the introduction of Frost Mobs. This map right here was. So we got lots of Frost Mobs on this bad boy. Sick. You're on the train. Fair enough. Actually, we can do more fissures down here. This is at dive bomb lane, of course, but I think the auras will burn those flyers out. Who we got there? Equum. Equum with a juicy head? I didn't know Equum. Where'd you get that bad boy from? Had to have been Sidewalker Show. Oh, you bought it. Fair enough. Let's see. We got enough room for 4 more Ramsters in here. We'll just do this so we don't have to think about it. This is way overkill anyway. Because I'm using range on them. I've got a range mod and deadly strikes on them. Mods and shards are how you do absolutely everything in the game, so... it's the basic builder ascension. Their Tusk. I used the basic builder ascension and the basic hero ascension on every character except like the Huntress. Actually, the Huntress I'm using the regular old setup now. The Dryad I don't go with the range gambit. But you can do exclamation builder ascension or exclamation hero ascension if you don't know how to spend your ascension points. It's the same with every hero though. Equum's sitting on all that gold anyway. He's got like 10 times the limit that you can have. I use Ramsters all the time. Okay. Nothing new to see me using Ramsters, that's for sure. I do like Fissures better than Ramsters now for Frost Lanes though. Just because of the upgrade value, you know. Sadly, I went and screwed my Fissure Relic like that, taking it to Chaos 8 without doing it 10 or without getting the mod squared away first. It was just an ultimate derp. On Onslaught 54, Temple of the Necrotic. It's not Temple of the Narcotic, it's Temple of the Necrotic. That map is actually really easy to do. You just have to wait out all the mobs. I love that map. It takes a long time to run, is the only problem with it. If you want to add higher primary attack DPS, you would get more hero damage. There's EVZ. All primary attacks are based off of hero damage, and all abilities are based off ability power. What's my DPS? I don't know. I'm probably doing like 80 mil, something like that. When I try. I mean, I'm certainly not going to try here today. I'm going to jump around and have fun. Oh, autocorrect. It's weird that autocorrect would take that. Oh yeah, 54 is Lost Temple. That's right. Lost Temple, you just have to build slow. Just go slow, take your time, double check everything, all the mutators, because there's just so many lanes. Dang, Equum down to 4 mil, holy crap. Well, you just want to get through the game up to Chaos 7, Exostomp. You shouldn't really focus too much on your gear until you get to that point. Well, we were told a week ago it would be in the next 4 weeks. Well, not even quite a week ago. Almost a week ago we were told it'd be in the next 4 weeks, so I'm guessing in the next 3 weeks. I've used a couple of amps here and there, Cajun, but I haven't taken anything all the way up yet. I want to wait and see what happens with the new update. I mean, what happens if I want to change mods? You know, you don't want it to be Chaos 8. I took some things up to just 0 of 5 Chaos 8, but I haven't taken anything all the way up yet. I want to see how Poison is going to interact with the game, the new Poison element. And then once I see that, then I'll decide whether or not. You know, whether or not to take that defense up. I mean, I'm excited to see what they're talking about, too. They were talking about material conversion. So, I want to see what that means. Yeah, exclamation Discord in chat. I mean, if you hop on there now and start sending me messages, you're not going to get an answer until after the stream. But I wouldn't take anything up to Chaos. Well, I mean, in this day and age, I think I probably would. I mean, I took lots of stuff up to Chaos 8 prior that didn't have 10 of 10 mods all the way across. Yep, like I just said, there will be an update in the next, sometime in the next 3 weeks. Like I said, they told us last week that it'd be 4 weeks, so, I mean, we'd have to assume 3 more weeks, right? I mean, it's a shame it's not now, but, you know. I mean, I want it right now, too. I want to start tinkering and playing with my heroes and getting them dialed back in, and I'm hesitant to do that prior to that update because we know there's going to be changes. We know there's that new poison set up. We know the Chaos 8 shards are coming back. So, I mean, feel free to join, by the way. We're on US West. We got the mighty Equum here. The mighty and powerful Equum. Might as well do the same thing, right? Yeah, might as well. Internet's going sketchy. See if it recovers here. There was a lot of updates today. That was part of the reason I was late. I actually got up at normal time, but then all these updates start running. My connection is definitely looking a little spotty right now, though. This may end up being a short stream. It's just not recovering. Come on, connection, go, go. I'm just bouncing from a red light to a green light over and over and over again in OBS. Oh, come on, damn it. I just lost my streams on Saturday due to connection problems. I have got to move. This is just absurd. Either that or stop streaming so much and do more edited content. My connection is just complete trash. And sadly, there's no fix prior to me moving. And it looks like it's maybe stabilizing now. Hopefully so. I dropped 1,000 frames there all in about 2 minutes though. You guys saw it. See, I'm just spamming stuff now. And it seems to be fine. I'm probably going to end up grinding this map out a little bit today, off and on. I didn't put the flyer defense down, but I think it won't matter. There we go. Oh, too late. Ah, 36 maps. It's not too bad. Just gotta knock them out. Yeah, my connection is just coming and going. This is gonna end up being a shorty stream, sadly. It's like there's updates running still. In fact, I'm gonna tab out of this for a sec. What we got here anyway? We got Baka Yo-Yo. Let me see if there's any more updates going here that I'm not aware of. Let's see. Not showing any updates. I just reset my router and everything too. I mean, obviously I can't stream like this, y'all. This is not good. These connection problems are just... They just do me in. They do me in. Oh, we're max on everything, right? Oh, almost everything. We don't have the respawn time. We got 5 into the tower. The building, the towers. Yeah, I'm gonna after this map, I'm gonna have to restart my router and everything, and see if that helps this issue. But obviously, I can't stream like this. I've got a bounce to between a 700 and 4,000 bit rate right now, all the way down to 0. Have I contacted my ISP? I've been on the phone with my ISP for 2 years there, Muxus. I'm just gonna, as soon as we finish this map, I'm gonna head out to Tavern. I'm gonna have to restart, so y'all are gonna have to bear with me here. But I mean, right now I've got literally a 500. Well, now it's back up to 3K. Go to 4. Go to 4. Well, now it's sitting right at 3,000, pretty stable, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If it keeps bouncing red, I'm going to have to restart my router again, though. You go to the war table and just look for the game Juice Live there, Lucifer. We're full at the moment. You guys know a lot of times when you're sharing gamer tags and all publicly in stream chat that YouTube and Twitch automatically block that. Just saying. Just let y'all know. By all means, feel free to make games. But, I mean, I've seen you guys talk back and forth and like half the messages are being blocked. little lag spike there. I don't know. It looks like the connection looks like it's trying to stable, so maybe I won't restart. But if it starts, it goes haywire again. Oh, I don't care. It doesn't bother me personally. I'm just saying they do that as a protection thing for you, and it's not something I have control of. I mean, I personally could care less. You gotta find games, right? I'm not really sure what you're asking there, Patrick. I unblocked a bunch of them, but I'm not going to continue to do that. You're not seeing them, Omni. It's not every message, but like the saying my gamer tag is a auto block from YouTube. So if you put down, you know, what your PSN is or what your Xbox gamer tag is, it's going to just get blocked. You know what a super lane is? I don't know what a super lane is now. New to me. You use Ramsters for a super lane? I got no clue what a super lane is, dude. A lane with a lot of mobs. You can use anything on a lane with a lot of mobs. Just don't use single target defenses. It's not YouTube. It's people complaining to YouTube about people harassing them because of something they saw on Stream Chat. It all stems from us. Anything that's like that all stems from us, always. Somebody got somebody's gamer tag and harassing them, probably. And they complained to YouTube because that's where they got it from. So YouTube decides to block that stuff. Twitch does the same thing. But, I mean, it all stems from somewhere. They don't just make it all up, you know? Cracks me up. We got all this ancient power sitting here, and ain't nobody gonna build. I don't mind, but feel free to build something, y'all. Feel free. I'm good with it. I don't play DD2 a whole lot anymore, Simon. Well, I mean, comparatively, it's not a whole lot. I still play a few hours a day, but I don't play like I used to. I play a lot of other stuff, too. I used to grind DD2 like 12, 14 hours a day. Those days are long gone. But I still play it several hours a day. Let's see, I think it's good enough, right? There we go. Fantastic. Crap, and I keep forgetting to put my gun witch in. Nope. It's a problem with Temple, with the Lost Temple, Patrick. Lost Temple and PS4 just do not get along. There's been a lot of people, PS4 players, talking about it, asking when they're going to fix it. I don't really mess with gear. I don't really focus on the champion score too much. In fact, I don't even know what my champion score is. Because it really just doesn't matter. I mean, eventually I'll get stuff up to Chaos 8 on my heroes, but I'm not, you know, it won't be anytime soon. It'll be long after the next update comes. Like I said, I don't want to just finish it with Ancient Power. I don't want to change too much, not knowing what's going to happen in the update. You should be. I'm not sure why. You should be getting a win streak bonus for the bonus shards on the 4th win in Chaos 1. Gates, huh? That's weird. I wonder why Gates is giving you a problem on PS4. But yeah, well, cross-platform saves are implemented. It's going to be good for everybody. But yeah, it'll definitely be good for me. I'm really, really hoping they get it in. I want to play on every platform. You know, that would be like the dream for me, is to be able to play on every single platform. What's going on there, Anya? How does a reset work? Well, it's a prestige type system. So you get a permanent account buff, yet all your stuff gets bumped back to campaign, and you have to go back up through the chain again. Not currently, Calvin. They're talking about Dungeon Defenders Awakened. The new game. The new game that's coming is going to have not cross-platform, but cross-saves. Or at least they're shooting for it. They haven't confirmed it yet. They haven't confirmed it 100%. Landrian said he was 85% sure they were going to be able to make it happen. But, you know, 85% sure is not 100% sure. But I'm planning on making it happen. I mean, for them to be talking about it this early. Yeah, and then cross-platform is planned for down the road. It won't be there at release, though. Yeah, it's on the 4th win. You start getting bonus shards. Your bonus keeps adding up the whole time. Yeah, it resets your gear. Oh, there's no doubt they're going to hit it. Well, nice, Anya. Are you on my Discord? My Discord's pretty quiet, but it's a bunch of very knowledgeable people. There's a bunch of knowledgeable people there. Yeah, this is Expeditions. We're farming reroll tokens. And random gear. I mean, I'm not going to complain if I get a 10 out of 10 controller servo. I'm not going to complain at all. That's what I need to finish my proton beams, and then I'll be able to start using the protons. Well, I mean, I could use them now, but they're not perfectionist level now. Oh, yeah. I thought that was you. I wasn't sure, though. And I still keep continuing to forget to put the gun witch back in the deck. Jesus, I've been playing too much monk. It's just my natural habit now to hit the monk and start spraying. I got a Skelly Boom, sir, a 10 of 10 Skelly Boom yesterday. Hopefully I don't get another one today, but you never know. We all know there's a lot of 10 of 10 Skelly Booms out there. I think I've got like maybe 5 or 6 of those now. Everything just died. Huh. Yeah, if there's ever an all-skeleton map, we are going to kick that thing's butt so hard. Yeah, but I try to play different stuff, never die. Nobody wants to watch me sitting here playing the exact same hero forever. So I try to mix it up and play different stuff. The Grim Corsair costume you have to buy with gems there, JQ. It's available in the Emporium if you hit escape and go to your Emporium. I need to put the Abyss Lord on F2. That way I don't... If all I do is switch around... Yeah, the difference between a 7 of 10 and a 10 of 10 is pretty huge, for sure. You should put it on your player market for really cheap and get rid of it. Their RL pieces. There's not very many booms that are good anymore. They got nerfed pretty heavily, you know? Booms got nerfed bad. Dang it, I will have my Ramsters. Grandpa, what's going on? I keep thinking this is DD1 and I'm trying to float on my Abyss Lord like the Summoner. That ain't working. That is not working out. The Apprentice and Adept are really fun. I'm actually looking forward to playing on the Huntress again after we get some new weapons back. Well, it's my Skyguard monk is the thing, so you know I like my Skyguards. Well, you shouldn't use melee boom until you push to a high level. I mean, once you get past floor 100, say you get close to floor 150, you're going to find that melee boom is not going to be as effective for you anymore. I think we're going to get a lot of features into DDA there, Grandpa. I'm hoping so. You know, I mean, the people who are excited about it are excited about it. The people who are hating on it are hating on it. And that's fine. I mean, everybody's got their opinion, right? But a lot of the people that are hating on the game keep going on and on about Dungeon Defenders Eternity. And I mean, Trendy's not going to make another, or pardon me, Chromatic is not going to make another Dungeon Defenders Eternity. They've learned their lesson. That was actually Nom Nom Games, for those that don't know. Oh no, I'm nowhere near Skyguard range there on board. The max range on Skyguards is absurd. You got to go with a mod and 2 range shards to even get close. Yeah, I'm nowhere near though. I go with a mod and a Gilded Deadly Strikes. Oh, it's going to take me a long time to get past that. Well, just for testing. I mean, no one's going to play with it for real. But for testing, I've gotten over 12,000 range on the Skyguard Tower. I think you would have to be in a group with two AP players that are maxed in the Ancient Power for range. And then have a 10 of 10 Chaos 8 range mod, a Gilded Deadly Strikes, and a Vicious Strikes on Skyguards is the only way you would get to the cap. But, so I mean, we've done it for testing purposes, but just to see what the caps are. But I don't think there's anybody who actually plays like that. I mean, it would be kind of cool just to throw one Skyguard in the middle of a map. But remember then, too, the Skyguard projectiles don't exactly go really fast. So if you're giving it, if I've got the Skyguard way over there and it's hitting this lane, the projectiles are going to get there really late. Like a Cobalt will have already dive bombed in a lot of cases. So that's the problem with, although it has that great, crazy, ridiculous range on them, you can kind of hurt yourself if you go too heavy on it. You get to upgrade it 5 more times, and you use 1 amp to get it to Chaos 8, and then you have to use 5 more amps to get it all the way maxed. What's going on there, Quantum? No, you just have to go with Mass Destruction there, Mia. You still do pretty decent damage with Mass Destruction. Mass Destruction scales really well with Skyguards because of the 3 projectiles. I think there's still going to be plenty of people playing DD1 and DD2. I mean, there's people that love both of those games. You know, they're not just going to stop playing them. I'm not going to stop playing DD2. I'll probably stop playing DD1. Hopefully between now and then I get that dice pet so I can be happy with myself. Or get a Ultimate Plus one anyway. I got dozens of the pets themselves. Yeah, the amps are pretty rare, Anya. It's RNG, though. I mean, sometimes you'll get lucky and get multiples, like, back-to-back. Either or even both, right? I mean, there's no difference between Mass Destruction and Irregular Destruction, except the number. They do exactly the same thing. So, I mean, any tower where you'd want to use one, you could use the other. You know? Let's do another here, and then I'll switch it up to the other map. What's going on there, Markimus Prime? How you doing? Well, I'm glad my connection stabilized. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it by saying that. Yeah, the chance gets higher with the floor up until floor 83, Anya. The chance never goes super high. They're always really rare, but the chance does go up. We don't know what the numbers are. Trendy's never published them. We good, right? Yeah, I think so. There won't be a dev stream. Nah, there might be a trendy stream, but it won't be a dev stream. I don't think they'll do a dev stream for DD2's update. I think it'll just be Lalta announcing it. I mean, Lalta's a dev, but that's not a dev stream, per se. Oops, wrong button. Equin's a beast. Oh, yeah. Oh, no problem there, doggo. Appreciate you swinging by. I mean, I'm hoping we see that update soon, you know? Lalta teased on Discord, what, yesterday or the day before, that it could be entering the RPG group testing process. So anybody that's looking, that wants to be involved in the testing process for the next DD2 update, you'd send an email to Danny Moore. Actually, I don't know. Is it still... You know what? Let me look. Let me tab out and ask. I'm sure it's probably danny.moore@chromaticgames.com, but I'm not positive. I just sent him a message. See, I sent him a message. We'll have to see if he responds here. There's a beginner's tutorial and playlist on my channel there, Chelsea, that'll have a lot of good info in it. You can just skip over any videos that you're already familiar with that or are not concerned about how that area works. If you have a specific question, sure, ask away. I mean, I'm more than happy to answer any questions anybody ever has, if I can. Let's see, Danny's typing to me right now. Let's see what he says. I mean, I know they do have a pretty full RPG group, but they may still be looking for people. Well, he said he's not accepting RPG applications today, but that, you know, obviously that could change in the future. He'll he'll post it up all over the place when he's looking for more people. Oh, I don't care about that, dark-minded. I am not that kind of person. All of the people that feel that are all hatey because, well, a new player gets this and I had to do this. Give me a break. I mean, more players to the game is better for everyone. Veteran players, you know, veteran players benefit from new players coming to the game. So I could care less that I had to grind like crazy to get all the stuff I have. I'm glad new players are going to get it easier because it means that there's going to be more content, or we've got a greater chance of there being more content for DD2. So I'm going to head on out to town, clear out my inventory, then we'll hop into the other map here. Alright. Well, I got 10 rerolls. That's not enough to get the job done, but it's 10 anyway. Alright. Any decent shards in here anywhere? Nothing I need. How about a mod? 10 out of 10 mod would be fine, right? I mean, more players that come to DD2 means DD2 makes more money, assuming that some of those players spend some money. And that means that everyone that plays the game is more likely to get more content. So, I mean, new players coming to the game is a good thing. Well, you know there's going to be a grind, but hopefully it's just more of a targeted grind. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be more like DD1's grind. DD1's grind is extreme, no doubt about it, but it doesn't feel... It feels like you're making choices. You know, like, I'm going to go grind and get this, or I'm going to go grind and get that. It just feels like you're making the choices yourself. Where DD2, it's just straight up grind, grind, grind. Where do you get it? Wherever, just play, you know. Let's see, let's blow these 10 here real quick. No. Well, there's 85 tokens now. I got 85 tokens into that. So, I mean, I guess that means... What the heck? Why? Okay, that's 51,000. That's right. I was going to say it's still Chaos 7. So, I would need, what, another 201 tokens. I'll remember before that. Remember when in WoW, in Vanilla, when 1 week you had to grind to high Warlord state and Warlord state and Grand Marshal state and all that to get the good PvP weapons. And then they put that last update in that basically made them all charity stuff. Alright, so let's head on over to the other one now. This one I'm going to just tenacity it up. Let's see, let's head off to the keep. Get some more of them tokens. Yeah, plain tokens don't do me any good. I gotta have the Pristines. Most of the mods I have are all Chaos 7. Let's grab the Drakenfrost keep setup. Full tenacity, no torches, it's all good. It is the only way to play this map. Make it nice and chillaxing, no need to stress. Make yourself a coffee. Kick back, relax a little. We got onboard. We got Equum back and onboard. Well, I mean, you get the 10 out of 10. You gotta remember, nothing, when you're re-rolling mods, nothing matters except getting a 10 out of 10. You're not re-rolling it trying to get an 8 out of 10. You know, you're re-rolling it to get a 10 out of 10. And we already know that takes 286 tokens. So if you have 286 tokens, you get a 10 out of 10. You know, but ain't nobody rolling for a 7 or an 8. You know. And they're really rare. I mean, you guys have seen all the rerolls happening. Lots of people have done reroll stuff. Yeah, I'm doing it right now, Ryan. It's 100% tenacity mods or the automation shard on your gear, and you don't have to do anything. So it's done. Pristine tokens are the material required to reroll mods, their seeds. I love fishers, Jeff. Their fishers are awesome. Actually, I was just talking about it earlier. I started working on my fisher relic for frost lanes, and I screwed it up. So I'm going to end up starting fresh on that relic. In fact, I may end up putting my Ramster relic on it. I'm not sure yet what to say. I might convert Ramsters over to... Well, no, I can't put my Ramster relic on it because it's got fire damage. Oil geysers are extremely mean. The problem with oil geysers is they got that crazy small target range. I mean, they're still really usable. It's just you don't see a lot of people using them, not because of the oil geyser, because oil geysers actually hit fairly hard. You see people not using them because of the oil and the fire. The ignite combo is not spectacular, and that's why you don't see people using them. It just doesn't do enough damage. If the ignite combo did more damage, then you'd see it used quite frequently. I'm going to get the geysers dialed in here before long, too. C8 amp will sell really quick for about 6 mil there, Anya. Don't sell it for 4 mil, it's too low. I would go 6 mil. 6 mil's a really fair price and it'll sell super fast. Well, I mean, it's a grind game, you know. Don't think that you're going to get anything in DD2 quick unless it's just pure extreme luck. Because it is a grind game. Everything in DD2 is going to take lots of time. It's a free-to-play grinder, you know. It's free to grind. Grind until your heart's content. I mean, you could put 10,000 hours into the game and not have everything, you know. No, no info there, Key Morton. Equum says he uses oil geysers just so he can AFK the Drakenlord. Fair enough. You see people selling them for that much on PC as well, Ryan. But a fair price is between 6 and 8 mil. So if you put it at 6 mil, it's going to be gone really, really fast. I don't think we'll get much info on the DD2 update until right before the update hits. I think right before the update hits, they'll give us a teaser the Friday before. And then we'll get the full patch notes on update day, but I don't think we're going to find out any new info. We already know a lot of info. There's going to be crafting material conversion system. There's going to be a shard vendor that sells shards. Well, the problem with that on this map is slimes can be frozen. Slimes are great for going after the Drakenlord, but not necessarily as far as hitting torches. Yeah, I stream with friends on Dungeon Defenders quite often, actually. Whenever they want to. I mean, you got to realize that a lot of people are not playing Dungeon Defenders as much anymore. Nah, all of the explosion chips are kind of junk, Ryan. The only one that's worth anything is Frostfire Remnants. But the regular explosion chips are all meh. I don't suggest anyone use any of them. He said he was using geysers for the boss, JQ. The geysers are going to kill the boss if you put it in the spawn point long before it freezes it. Remember, the Drakenlord's ability works just like the mod, so you have to be inside of it for 5 seconds before anything freezes. It's not like it's an instant freeze just for being inside. The answer to the pillars, of course, is tenacity. I mean, if you had tenacity on your stuff, then yeah, you're gonna tear it up. I mean, that's what we're doing here. I got 100% tenacity on the flame auras and on the weapon mans. But yeah, I mean, if you put a geyser and a flame aura at every boss spawn point, you're gonna just annihilate the boss as soon as he pops. I usually just go with what I'm using here right now, and then when the boss comes I just kill it, because it only takes a second anyway. But if you wanted to full AFK it, that's what you'd want. You know why I'm bothering. Finally, in Wave 6, I decided to throw an upgrade around. Shiny motes don't go for very much. On any platform, I can't imagine. The EV makes a pretty good first purchase there, doggo. If you do exclamation next hero in chat, it'll give you a link to Lightrayne spreadsheet that has kind of a general description of all of the premium heroes. And then you can kind of make an educated guess there, but there's really no wrong answer. I mean, eventually, if you keep playing the game, you're going to want them all. So what order you get them in doesn't really matter. I would definitely suggest getting a builder first. If you focus on the builders, then you've always got an answer to whatever might come, you know. Spam it around. No point in trying to pretend like your placement is crucial. Throw it on the ground. It don't matter. That should get us. There we go. Oh wow. I would leave it in there dark until you do an ancient power reset, if it's a lot. That tax to remove stuff is a little obscene. It's very, very high. Chaos 8 shards too, I forgot to mention that. We're going to be getting Chaos 8 shards back into the game, and they'll drop in Onslaught. That's why I haven't been doing any Onslaught yet. There's no real best floor there, Guillerme. Just go as high as you can. The blue gems are the premium currency. 88, so there's no way to find them once you do adventure mode. There's a lot of different... There's people of all skill levels that watch, doggo. I mean, I try to be as beginner-friendly of a channel as possible. Going on there, Luckity? How you doing? Nah, I don't use any health on my gun witch. It's all the ascension. I got that 4,000 ascension. I've got 900, I'm assuming I got 999 points into her ascension. I'd have to look and see. But I definitely don't have any health pieces on the armor or weapon. It's full ability power all the way through. Yep, wrong button. Yeah, I got 999 ascension into hero health. So that's where that big hero health number comes from. What's up, Jordan? How many hours you have in DD1? I don't know. I mean, I know quite a few people with over 1,000. I know a few people with many thousands. I would bet you a washboard has DD1 numbers comparable to my DD2 numbers. Oh, don't sweat that, doggo. It's a very relaxed, this is a very chillax place. You can always feel free to ask any questions you want when I'm streaming. 3,600? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I bet washboard is around that 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 mark. You know what? I'm going to look real quick. Now I'm curious. You got me curious. Let me see. Let me see. Well, he's online in Dungeon Defenders right now. He's got 6,000, alright. 6,037. Dude plays some Dungeon Defenders. There's no doubt about it. Well, I mean, I don't really see why I would take a flying Cobalt hit on floor 200. But no, I can't imagine I would. I mean, on a gun witch, you know, on a gun witch, your goal is to not get hit. Altogether, I'm sure I'm over 10,000 hours between all the platforms. On this account, let me see. On this account, I got 7885. Be at 8,000 in several weeks, probably. Nah, that's the fastest way to do it, James, other than pay for it. The shard grind is the first taste of the massive RNG involved in Dungeon Defenders 2. I'm not going to give out Washboard's info without him being here. I mean, that would be pretty rude of me, right? Tell people, hey, spam Washboard? Nah, please don't do that. Don't send Washboard friend requests or anything because I said it. I don't want to irritate the guy. I love him. I did it again. Wait till wave 6, then upgrade. Nice, doggo. Grats. Congrats to you. Man, this map is just big, big, big ascension. Look at that. That's only 2 wins in a row and 34,000. I love it. Oh, you watch Onboard on YouTube? Yeah, I don't know. Onboard will have to tell you his Steam name. I'm not gonna throw him out there like that. Now, Omni, on the other hand, Omni, feel free to spam all of your Steam friend requests too, because he loves it. Oh, it's all good. Like I said, it's no big deal. I'm just not going to leave him out there like that. What's going on there, Jake? How you doing? They don't want R's there so they can barb it up. Barb away. You get all kinds of barbaric up there, alright? Oh, it's a great game there, Mr. Daz, no doubt about it. Now, I mean, development's going to be slowing down for it, but we still have updates coming right now that are still in the works. Flimsy Trees is Omni's Steam name. Poor Omni. Omni's never going to hear the end of it. He's like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. If you like melee, you should get the barb. If you like range, you should get the gun winch. They're Big B. It's really up to your... It's a playstyle choice, you know. I've got more mana than I'm supposed to have. I forgot to put something down somewhere. What did I forget? Looks like I forgot a weapon man. Right, no, I got them both there. I've got it there. Where did I forget a weapon man at? Oh, I didn't put those R's up front, is why. That's right. Hey there, Mr. Dragon, can I have a ride? No? Oh well, it's worth a shot. Yeah, the gun witch is a really good ranged hero, the Big B, and the barb is a really, really good melee hero, so... I'll just hide up here. Let me just hide over here for a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of weapons. If the monk... I mean, I hate to... I know you guys are all sick of seeing me play the monk. That's all I ever want to play. But if that ball blaster was in DD2, and there was a tower boost that was similar to the DD1 tower boost for the monk, oh, I would be a boost monk like a mofo. You better believe that. This map right here is the fastest ascension, Talon. Do it on the highest chaos tier you can, with win streak bonuses. Damn dragon. There we go. Instead of using the mana, I'll hide the mana. That way these guys don't know where it is. What's the second fastest? Just doing any expedition then. What I would suggest is don't farm Ascension. Don't grind Ascension because there's so many other things in the game that you have to grind, and you get Ascension for doing all of them. So unless you're at the end of your grind and you've got all of the shards you need, unless you've got all of the shards you need, I wouldn't suggest grinding Ascension at all until you're at the very end. The forest maps are really good XP. They're not near this as good as this map, but they are good. If you ran 286 instances of DD2, I would bet you'll find a 10 of 10 mod anyway. There, JQ. But boy, man, wouldn't that take a setup? Shit, it would take you longer to get all those characters up to Chaos 7 than... Well, I guess if you did them all at the same time. Whew, that would be... I can't even imagine. I mean, I've got like... What? Including the Xbox and the PlayStation, I've got like 6 alt accounts. I couldn't even imagine doing 286. Crazy. Alright, Jake, take it easy. Enjoy your accessory farming. And, well, yeah, you get the accessories from Lab Assault, right? That's pretty good XP too, I think, in DD1. I mean, it's not like Ember Mount levels of XP. And in Ember Mount, people are doing, do the first wave of Ember Mounts, a bunch of XP, and then just restart the map. I think I heard somewhere that's what folks are doing. Yeah, feel free to add me on PS4. Here's the problem. I haven't turned my PS4 on in like 2 months. Haven't even turned it on. So when I do turn it back on, I'm gonna have like 2,000, 3,000 friend requests, and I'm not gonna go through them all. I'm gonna delete all. But if you see me playing on PS4, by all means, add away. I'll add anybody from the stream on PS4. I don't play on Xbox a ton there, Big B. I mean, I've got an Xbox account that's at Chaos 7, but I don't play on it a whole lot. I'll probably end up adding some Xbox streams in, though, while we're waiting for DDA. It's all personal preference. "5 a.m. at Equim's house." Good lord, Equim, go to bed, man. Gates is definitely a quick one. Well, I need to get a Switch first there, Jordan. I'm Switchless. I can't get a Switch. I can't add you on Switch till I get a Switch. Alright, so I head back out to town, check my inventory, do a few re-rolls. I gotta get them Terminator carries. My Xbox account is in very nub shape, but I am capable of doing Chaos 7. But I don't have any mods or anything dialed in on that. I started a little late in DD1. I was a big Orcs Must Die fan. Oh wow, we only did that 3 times? That doesn't sound right. Seems like we did it more than that. I guess not. Maybe only 3 times. Well, I guess we'll go back to that map then. What the heck? No 10s in here anywhere. Save me all this re-rolling and give me a damn controller servo, would you? Nothing. Dying. Crapola. Alright, let's see. We'll throw a few more re-rolls into this bad boy. Oh my god, I just hit yes there. Oh, Jesus. Well, it'll be easy to get an upgrade now. Ultimate derp. Good lord. Alright, now I'm less than half of where it was before I started re-rolling. Get me away from the button. Get me away from the button. Oh, man. Sadly, that is not the first time I have derped on a reroll. Jesus. Alright, let's go back to the keep again. Yeah, on PlayStation and Xbox, I'm Mr. Juicebags. Juicebags was taken. What the heck? Who is going to take the name Juicebags, for God's sakes? But yeah, it's already taken. On PS4 and on Xbox. Crazy. You'll see me online on Xbox quite frequently, but it's not actually me, it's my wife. My wife plays on the Xbox quite frequently. That's... You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't blaming her. It's my lazy ass that hasn't grinded out the Xbox account, because I get plenty of time in the day to do it. But, like on those Sunday, Monday AFK grind times, watching bad movies or whatever on the wife's days off work, she is usually playing on the Xbox. So, like, I am forbidden to use the Xbox on Sundays or Mondays. Well, I mean, Death from Above is not a legitimate build for the EV. Death from Above is more of a added mobility thing that you would use on all EVs. You're never going to spec directly for Death from Above. The EVs you want... Like, I like the lazy EV. In fact, I've got this one close enough where I can go ahead and play it. I'll play it on this map. But a ability power EV is all about proton charge. Death from Above is not the thing. You would either want to go proton charge or go into the bots. And just use Death from Above as a utility. Tells you how many in total, Messiahs. Who we got here now? We got Neo's here. What up, Neo? Hi on both ends. see, we'll EV it up here. I'm still missing a few... What do I need to do on the EV still? I'll have to look. There's something I have yet to upgrade on the EV. Yeah, anyway, so when it says like 004, that means in the third group of mobs that come out, there's going to be 4 of that in there. My friends list is full on Steam there, Dark. I would have to go through it. Well, I need to do that. I need to clean it up. Go through and delete people that I haven't played with in a long time and add more current people. I'll do that at some point, but it's one of those maintenance things that just hard to get motivated to do. Everybody knows how to do that, just 19. That's no secret. That's been a thing for years. It doesn't make it good. It makes it so that you're using exploits in the game. That's not how you wouldn't want to build for Death from Above. Just to use an exploit. I mean, that just is not very smart play, in my opinion. That's the Ancient Power icon. Toxic, you get... Each time you level up an Ancient Power, you get a new one. And you see, like, Neo's got the one that I should have went for. Neo's is the fancy one, the second one down there. That's the one I originally wanted, but I was just done with it. It's such a grind. Anybody... I can't talk about exploits in the channel. They're Big B. It would violate my agreement with Dungeon Defenders. I wouldn't get hero codes anymore to give to you guys. So... Can't talk about those things. Or allow it in chat. Oh, no problem there, Messias. I'm wondering how much of that stuff is going to get fixed. I mean, there is, you know, I'd assume that Chromatic is going to try to weed out as many bugs as they can before they completely back off a DD2. I'm still hoping that a DD2 CDT community development team ends up coming together. That would be pretty damn awesome. I'm not really sure exactly what you mean, just 19, but I'm assuming they're going to continue the ways that they've done things for a long time. As far as I understand, the marketing people are the same, from Trendy to Chromatic, and the marketing people are usually the ones who control the flow of information. So, I mean, I don't think Trendy is ever going to be some super visible, or Chromatic is going to be some super visible company that tells us all the things that they're working on and what's coming, like some companies do. And we already know that, like, Elandrian and Lalta really like to tease. So, I'm assuming Chromatic would take the same route and be very teasy, just like Trendy was. I mean, I don't know that. I'm just completely guessing, but... That's the #1 reason to prepare for your resets there, Cryptic. I know a lot of long-term players that reset too soon, and it completely ruined the game for them. They just had no interest in playing the game anymore. Which is fine, you know, I mean, it's a game. You're supposed to play for enjoyment, so everybody should be playing what they really like. Oh, you gotta read past all that stuff, just 19. You gotta read through all that, dude. That's another tease in itself. I mean, Mark's a game developer. He knows how the information flow works. It's a tease for... It's a tease to think Mark wants to give us all the info when he's not even done with it yet. I remember, he's the one doing all the work. No, there will never be crossplay in DD2. That's been confirmed many times over. The only way that would... Well, it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'll go on and say it. There will never be crossplay in DD2. I mean, it would require putting more work into the game and renegotiating their Xbox and PlayStation licensing, which is just not going to happen for a game that's, what, coming up on 5 years... Well, I guess it's coming up technically on 3 years old, but it's hit the 5-year mark as far as early access goes. It's past it now. But I mean, the game launched this summer will make 3 years. It's time for a new Dungeon Defenders game. You know? It's time for a new Dungeon Defenders game on a new game engine. I mean, it's been time for a while. So, I mean, I'm not going to stop playing DD2, but I do understand that it's, without a doubt, time for a new Dungeon Defenders game. Don't shoot me, bro. My favorite part of streaming? The interaction. I mean, that's the only reason to stream, right? But it makes playing games more fun, you know? I mean, obviously... If you play games with friends, it's more fun. Well, if you play games with, if you play games and talk to people at the same time, it makes it more fun as well. What's Lalta's job exactly? Well, he was the community manager, but now I think he's doing more. So, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing Lalta is like the community manager plus other things. If you set up anti-frost fissures, it works really, really well, Ethan. And then on those lanes, you wouldn't use the flame auras, you'd use the fissures instead. Well, you just have to build for it. I mean, as you push higher in Onslaught, you can't use generic defenses. You have to target the mobs with anti-mods. So... You know, like you'd use Lightning Strike auras on boss lanes with anti-mini-boss, anti-melee, and anti-chaos. You'd use any defense that's fire on frost lanes. So on those, if it was a non-fire defense, you'd have to add the fire mod. And then go anti-frost and anti-orc or whatever else you want. Every game has a community manager, just 19. There's not a game out there that doesn't. The community manager is the direct communication between the developer and the player base. I don't know of any game that, other than like a single developer game that's got one person working on it or whatever, I don't know of any dev team out there of any game that doesn't have a community manager. You know, the community manager will like handle Twitter usually. They'll do the forums. They'll do like the streams and stuff like Lalta does. Lalta does more than that though. I mean, I don't know what, but I know he's a very busy person. So he's definitely doing more than that. It's like we're missing 100. That's weird. Anybody got 100 still? know. We'll find out. I use anti-melee, anti-mini-boss, and anti-chaos on Lightning Strike Auras personally. And that is my boss killer. Now, not only is it a boss killer, but it also has 2 mods that stack up. There it is. Sweet. It has 2 mods that stack up versus assassins. It's got 2 mods that stack up versus lady orcs. So, I mean, it's a assassin slash lady orc slash boss killer. We're still missing some. Oh, there it is. Certainly do not need 2 nodes here, but it's the spammer build. Well, I mean, yeah, use the best stuff you have for sure. Neb, what's going on? Yep, anti-melee, anti-mini-boss, and anti-chaos is a pretty sweet setup. I mean, it completely annihilates the Omega Waves and Lost Temple. Yeah, bosses that spawn, that come during maps are mini-bosses. Every one of them is a mini-boss. A boss is Betsy or Harbinger or whatever. So when you're doing a regular map, the bosses that come are called mini-bosses. No, definitely no defense rate. If it's, you can't stack it, do it on every defense, but any defense where you can stack 3 anti-mods, it's huge. Huge, huge, huge. Because remember, those stack, those multiply. They don't add, they multiply together. So it gives you just massive, massive damage against the specific mobs that you're targeting. Mega Shark is affected by the light chip? Well, that would definitely be bugged. Considering it's not a melee weapon at all. No, there's no cross-platform, sadly, Nicholas. Trying to get max mods is quite irritating. It's not near as bad as shards is. Grinding for shards is way worse than grinding for mods. Well, those are all bugs there, Dr. Alberts. That's not how they're supposed to work. Those are supposed to affect melee attacks only. You can still do it, but it's more of a novelty than anything else, to be honest with you, Alpha. I mean, you can still play it like that, but the problem with the Lavamancer is its most effective general use is a hero damage build, which is also just absurdly boring to play. No, that's a setup for boss killing lanes, Neb. So it's easy to kill bosses in Onslaught. But that's not, you know, that's not the only challenge in Onslaught. You don't want to spam that on everything. That's just what my boss killer... To climb in Onslaught, you have to specify defenses. Like, you'll have one general use defense. Like, I usually use Flame Ars as my general use defense. So the Flame Aura will be the only defense I have that's not specialized for a particular thing. And then depending on what mobs are coming, that's the defenses you use on that lane. So if you've got a bunch of defenses set up for anti-frost, then you'd use those defenses on frost lanes. It's not all about these 3 mods will win the game, though. I mean, by no means. It's these 3 mods will do this on this lane. Oh no, it's all good. It's just, DD2 is a crazy, crazy, absurdly long grind. Invite to the community. Isn't it not in the community? I thought Neo was already in it. As soon as we get a break here. $300,000 for Chaos 5 is absurdly high there, Cool Kid. Do you mean 30,000? Because 300,000 seems a bit over the top. I mean, I don't even think it's possible to get to that in Chaos 5 gear. I mean, I guess on the Barbarian it would be. But like with 50 or 60,000 plus health in Chaos 5, you can just bring the assassins over to your defenses, and your defenses will just kill them right off of you. Alright, let's see. There we go. Yeah, no cross-platform for the loss. That's something we get to look forward to for the future, though. Barbarian, for assassins, you just switch to turtle stance, and the assassins don't even come out. If you're playing the Barbarian, just be in turtle stance when you get assassins on you, and it's a good game. Assassins will not latch onto you in turtle stance. Yeah, their term is saying it in chat. 0 health required. Just hit that button. The turtle stance button. I think it's going to, Dr. Alberts. They're talking pretty heavily about it. I mean, I can't imagine they would be teasing that this early if it wasn't going to happen. Fail jump. Fail jump for the loss. Oops. Couldn't get my message out to him. We still got one spot open. Just look for Drakenfrost Keep on the war table on US West, and that will be us. Feel free to hop in and join. Feel free to come join. Alright. There we go. Here we got, there's just 19. Well, there is no Countess in DD2. The only gender swaps we have in DD2 there, Albert, are the Initiate and the Adept. What's going on there, Space Tiger? Well, I can tell you, if they have crossplay saves, I will be doing a live stream from every platform every week. There will be a PC day, and there will be an Xbox day, and a PS4 day, and a Switch day. Every platform, every week. I mean, I think that cross-save thing is the most wonderful thing ever. My flame aura damage, this is set up just for this map. This isn't my normal flame aura build. So, I mean, I'll show it to you, but it's a tenacity setup, so it's low damage. 956,000. It's very low damage. But it's a Go Boo Boom tenacity setup. It's a setup specifically for grinding this map. Because it makes it so that, you know, you don't have to deal with the braziers at all. You just jump around and have fun. Collect loot. Jump around, have fun, collect loot. Ah, sounds perfect. What am I doing differently? I got a weird amount left again. I'm not sure what it is I'm doing differently. I've done something here differently. But I'm just not sure what that is. We'll go like that. Actually, I can throw LSA over here, right? There we go. Take a peek around. See, do I have 3 here? I got 3 here. Got 3 there. Got 3 R's there. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. What it is I'm doing different. But I'm definitely doing something different. Well, you gotta get damaging shards on there. Stack damaging shards. Either get defense rate or defense range off of your flame auras as a mod, or as a shard, and take up one of the slots on your flame aura with either defense range or defense rate. There is no DDA early access, Timmy. There is no testing or anything. I mean, there's going to be a beta test for it, but that won't be until like September. If you back them on the Kickstarter, then you'll gain access to the beta. I'm sure there's going to be other ways to get into the beta as well. But as far as right now goes, that's how you would get in, is back them on Kickstarter. Yeah, so if you got a defense rate mod and got rid of the defense rate shard, that allows you to put mass destruction in, and then you're double stacking destruction for massive amounts of damage. And then you would use destruction, mass destruction, and range, or deadly strikes as your 3 shards. That's what I'm talking about. You got to get one of those shard slots freed up, is how you get big damage on flame auras. And then if you don't have mass destruction, then go with vampiric empowerment, destruction, and deadly strikes. Or if you were content with having baby-sized auras that don't hit mobs very many times, you could even get rid of deadly strikes and go with destruction, mass destruction, and vamp, or destruction, mass destruction, and that's encroaching flames or whatever it's called. That gives it an extra chance to hit. That would work as well. But you just, I mean, flame auras, every defense is the same thing. You got the 3 meta shards for it: destruction, deadly strikes, and defense rate. Well, if you want to take that up to the next level, and it's a defense that makes sense to do so, then you would want to free up one of those shard slots. That way you can either add in vampiric empowerment or stack destruction. Is 100% the way to go. And get that burning strikes out. Yep. And insta dies the second I show up with the monk. I'm on this particular setup for this map. I'm using a Gilded Deadly Strikes, and I'm using range mod. This is not an ideal setup. Well, I can't even show you because combat phase. I'm not using a setup that's strong damage or anything like that. I'm using a setup that allows me to AFK and not run around hitting these braziers. Vampiric Empowerment comes from, I think, Chaos 5. And Mass Destruction is the first Hyper Shard you get for Mastery. So you have to get to 55 stars in Mastery to get Mass Destruction. Or is it 50 stars? 50 stars. You'll see it there on the list. Just start doing Mastery and unlocking stars, and you'll see it listed there. But yeah, Vamp's a really good shard, especially once you start pushing high in high Ascension. And once you get to the point where your defense power is maxed in Ascension and you can start putting points into the defense health, Vampiric really comes in. How do I shoot the balls so fast? I'm not really sure what balls you're talking about. This is not the fastest firing weapon. This is just my favorite. I like that Controlled Burst free. Controlled Burst 3. But if you want more shots per second, then you want to go with the Mega Shark. No, I'm not using Vicious Strikes. Absolute. I just told you what I'm using. I'm using a Gilded Deadly Strikes and a range mod. I'm not using Vicious. Vicious is on my weapon mans. That's why my weapon mans are so big. Come on out, little roller. Sounds to me like you need to just slow down there, TMC. Don't try to spam the same thing on every lane. Slow down and look at what's coming and build the lane for what is coming. If you see you've got cyborgs and frost orcs coming out of this lane, then don't put stuff up here like traps, Rs, and nodes. Get towers down, and then it just owns it. You have to put the right defenses on the right lane. Just need the biggest advice I could give anybody in Onslaught is slow down. Onslaught is not super fast grinder mode. It's super slow. Read the lanes, read the mutators, see what's coming, build the correct defenses. That's what Onslaught is all about. And it's the hardest thing to do. I mean, when you're used to just speed running through maps and then all of a sudden you have to slow down. It's like, what? The hell is this? Slowing down, whatnot. Crazy. Thanks there, Neo. Appreciate it. That's based off of your weapon. The fastest it goes is 4 shots per second. So we got another spot open. Anybody that wants in, feel free to hop on in. On US West, it's not going to show the name of the game. It's just going to say Drakenfrost Keep. So feel free to hop in and join us on Drakenfrost Keep. Cyborgs disable ground traps, auras, and nodes. So you don't use traps, auras, and nodes. It's like the most basic strategy in the game. It's what all of the chaos levels are based off of, is every level has got a special counter. So when you're in Onslaught, you get all those mobs. So you have to look lane by lane and see what's coming out of that lane. In Chaos 7, the special mob is those flying kobolds, so that's why I'm spawn camping it with these auras, because they're going to hit flyers as well, and it kills up all the kobolds, you know. Yeah, keep climbing there, Space Tiger. No reason to stop. You should always do that. Just keep progressing and keep climbing up until you hit a wall. When you hit a wall where you're just not winning any maps anymore, and not because you lost one map, but because you seem like you just can't complete that floor, that's when you would want to think more about what you're using. But definitely just keep climbing, you know. You know, Chaos 1's enemy is the Vanguards, so they have a large frontal projectile shield, which means you need your defenses either to hit them from behind, or you would have to have defenses that are not projectiles. So like in Chaos 1, the best counter is going to be AoE defenses that hit through shields, like Ramsters, Flame Auras, Flamethrowers. Anything that is not a projectile. Chaos 2, of course, we get cyborgs. That's ground traps, auras, and nodes. Well, you'd want to use towers in Chaos 2. Chaos 3, you get the geodes, and you have the vanguards from Chaos 1. So in Chaos 3, you'd want to go back to the AoE defenses. I got a Boost Aura defense spotlight on my channel there, Morton. The Boost Aura is all about the slow, not the power. So if you focus on the power, it's going to get you through the earlier game, but you're going to find a much greater benefit off of focusing on its crowd control abilities. I mean, ideally, you'd probably have 2 Boost Auras. One set up for power and one set up for crowd control. And then, like, if I wanted to boost something up here, I would put the crowd control one in. But if I had a bunch of towers back here I wanted to boost, I would put the power one in. But one of the strongest things you can do with the Boost Aura is add boosted grasp. Anyway, Hero Spotlight. It's in there. All the info is there. Oh, anyway, working right on through the Chaos tiers. Chaos 3 is the Geodes, so you go back to the AoE defenses that hit through shields. Chaos 4, you got the Geodes still, plus you've got Lady Orcs. So you want to use the same AoE defenses that hit through shields, but you want to have a hard-hitting single target defense, like maybe a Lightning Strike aura, in the back for when the Lady Orcs rush through. You know, every tier has its counter. It's one of the reasons you see so many Flame Auras out there. You know, Flame Auras are without a doubt the meta defense. There's more Flame Auras used than anything else. Because Flame Auras, the only places they're not valid are Chaos 2 and Chaos 5 because of Cyborgs. You can use them anywhere else. I don't sell things like that, just 19. All those old weapons are going to be coming back to the game. Or I don't know if all of them, but Trendy said that old weapons are returning. I think crossplay will be here before DD3. They're epic. Crossplay will be in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. And DD3 will undoubtedly have it. I mean, unless some major fight happens between Microsoft and Sony between now and then. I mean, by the time DD3 gets here, I would think that crossplay will be a standard feature in a lot of games. It makes the most sense. I mean, it's the future, you know. It's just Sony and Microsoft need to come to that understanding and just make it happen, you know. Well, there's a loot modifier there, doggo. If you play with at least one other person, you're guaranteed to always get a legendary chest. I haven't seen anything, Matthias. I'm guessing it's probably just a couple of bug fixes, but there was no patch notes or anything. But yeah, there's a loot bonus for playing in a group, though, so you play in a group as often as you can. You know, just adding one other player to the group guarantees you always get a legendary chest. So, you know, playing with a group for the win. Friends are those things that you have running on that other Xbox there, Term. Friends are the electronic devices on your second Xbox. Way to siege roll it at. Here he comes. Do it twice the price for you, mister. Oh, you only got one Xbox? I must be thinking about Fisk. It's a TV series. It's a show when Courtney Cox was prior to many plastic surgery mistakes. I plan on doing another one. They're not cringy, but I'm going to take a little break, get some food and whatnot. The wife made tacos. I want to get me some tacos for lunch. I'll probably go back to Factory Town later. I want to get a little deeper into that playthrough. I'm just getting to the point where things are starting to get where you really have to think stuff out. Not positive, though. I'll have to see if anybody else is playing anything today. This will be the last DD2 stream of the day for sure. I mean, I'll be back tomorrow, but... I used to use a webcam all the time, Space Tiger. My current living conditions are not set up for a webcam. I play in my living room now. I plan on moving here soon, within the next few months, and then I'll have a dedicated area again. But, I mean, face reveal is many, many years old for me. I used to use a webcam all the time. And then the kid grew up, and I no longer had a game room because the wife said she's not going to have me sitting in a room all the time. She feels like she never sees me anymore. So she made me move out to the living room. One of those things. Anyway, I think that is going to get it for today. I'll pop out and see if I can roll myself back up to a 7 out of 10 with those couple of rerolls I got there. Oh, you only have one Xbox, but the girlfriend has one, Terminator? Is that how it is? Coffee. Alright, I got 8 more rerolls here. See how we're doing on the loot. Hopefully there's a 10 out of 10 in there somewhere. Let's see. Nothing on that page. Hmm. 8 out of 10 Torchbearer isn't bad, but it's Torchbearer. Oh, you're referring to Fisk. Oh, I gotcha. Fisk sent me a screenshot of his setup one day. He's got like the ultimate lazy gamer setup. Fisk is 100% kickback mode at all times while gaming on his 2 Xboxes at the same time. Anyway, let's see if we can't get a roll on this thing. Oh, there's a slight improvement. Nope, no 10 out of 10 for me today. No such luck. I got another hour to wait on my present. When I first saw that update, I thought for sure they removed the Christmas tree, but no, it's still here. We still got presents. They presents for days. What's going on there, Jonas? But anyway, y'all, that is going to do it for now. Like I said, I'll be back later on. I'm assuming I'm going to play more Factory Town, but I'm not positive. But I'm going to take about an hour or so break and get a little lunch in me and have some more caffeine and you know, try to get myself put together for the day here. But thank you all so much for joining. I do appreciate it a ton. And I will see everybody soon. Take it easy.